These are the voyages of the starship that have been forgotten, tales of the characters that have never been explored. Together we will go boldly into Star Trek Lost Tales. Here Captain Sulu, Harriman, Garrett, Mike, and many more can be remembered in the Prime Universe. Come with me as we voyage to the Lost Era.
After my tenure as an instructor at Starfleet Academy ended, I had requested an assignment to Starbase 75. Instead, I have been posted to the U.S. Cairo, an Excelsior-class ship, as her new first officer.
I have rendezvoused with the vessel at Camusian Station, a civilian science outpost in the Solation system.
I'll be serving under
Captain Jellico. I'm Commander Les.
Leslie Wong, Academy Class of 58. Good to have you on board, Commander.
Thank you, sir. This assignment was something of a surprise.
I'm sure it was, however. Command Cho had a family emergency and had to take an extended leave. And I can't very well patrol the Cardassian border without a first officer, now can I?
I suppose not, sir.
Do you prefer Leslie or a particular diminutive?
I said that. Leslie is fine, sir.
Bridge. What do you know about this system, Leslie?
The Solarian 4 colony was destroyed last year by the Cardassians in an attempt to frame Bajoran terrorist.
Solenia Station is a civilian research outpost that started up a few months ago. Solarium has some unique properties, and so does its Oort cloud. That is why the fourth planet was colonized in the first place. They were scientists.
Captain on the bridge!
Starfleet's concern is that the Cardassians may go after the system again, and that makes it our concern as well.
Of course.
Get us started on patrol, Leslie. I'll be in my ready room.
Yes, sir. Right away. Khan, please set 179 Mark IV and engage at full impulsal.
Course set and laid in.
Personal log, supplemental. It has been an interesting first day on the Gyra. Rather surprised to see a shift change at 1200 hours. Traditionally, the 3 8-hour shifts end at entering first in the Gyra. Captain, the last shift change was only 6 hours ago.
That's correct. The Cairo has been on a 4-shift rotation since I first took her out.
Oh. Okay. I find my wonderful crew of hundreds contorting into 4 shifts instead of the usual 8-hour. However, things seem to run efficiently. The Excelsior class is close to a century old. Once it was the vanguard of a new breed of ships. Now it's one of the old workhorses of the fleet. Yellow alert! What? Belay that order! Commander? Ensign Sim, you don't have the authority to declare yellow alert on the bridge. But what happened? There's a Cardassian vessel on the outskirts of the system. Ensign, the ship is outside the orbital path of the outermost planet. That puts it in unclaimed territory. The Federation's claim is only on the planets within this system.
Figures, the Bajoran overreacts.
What do you expect? What was that, Lieutenant? Ensign, the rest of the bridge didn't catch it. We were just...
Nothing, Commander.
No, you were just insulting a fellow crew member by assuming she lets her homeworld's history with the Cardassian Union color her judgment. Thank you, Commander. Don't. It just means that I'm assuming you jumped the gun on yellow alert because you are young and stupid, not Bajoran. Give me a full scan of the ship. I'll be in the ready room with the captain. I went over the sensor logs, Captain. They're out of the system, but skirting it close.
Did you contact them?
Not yet, sir. I wanted to check with you first.
I appreciate that, Leslie, but standard operating procedure is make contact under these situations.
Yes, sir, but I thought my course of action to be, well, prudent.
I'm not interested in prudent, Leslie.
Captain on the bridge!
We're on the Cardassian border. There's no time for niceties.
Perhaps, but I wasn't sure of the protocols on the Cairo thanks to my late assignment, as proven by my lack of knowledge about the four-shift.
I don't want excuses, Leslie. Open a channel to the Cardassian ship.
Aye, sir.
This is Gul Zarkat of the Cardassian Scienceful Harkon.
This is Captain Edward Jellico.
That's it. No threats, no fulminations, no cries of outrage, no subject of a Carda vessel this close to your hallowed space, just your name and rank. I'm disappointed.
I am, in fact, wondering what you're doing so close to Federation space.
I told you we're a science vessel.
I don't know if you've noticed, but this system's Oort cloud has a lot of really fascinating features. But my favorite of those features
Is that it's outside of the Federation border.
True it is.
Fine, so leave us alone. Harkon out.
What do you think?
Not sure yet. Ensign Sim?
Yes, Commander?
Have you completed the scan of the Cardassian ship? Just now. The Harkon class is a modified Yurkin-class science vessel. Not sure, Captain, but they do have some odd EM emissions. However, they only have one low-grade cannon and 5-ton torpedoes with one launcher.
Good work, Ensign. All right, maintain course for now, but go to yellow alert and maintain regular scans on the Harkon.
Here's that Captain Jellico called me out in front of the bridge crew. Particularly that, when he turned around in Ensign Sim's status update on the diagnostics now. I will give Sim credit, though. She's working extra shifts. Maybe she wants more attention from the captain. Position, report status now. Captain, request permission to adjust the sensors?
For what?
I downloaded some sensor data from Campania Station, the planet that is designated Solarion 7 that's different from all the other planets and is further out than the 8th. Sensor data from Campania Station.
Unfortunately, the planets on the edge of the system can't pick up its signal from this far out, and we can't deviate from our patrol to get closer.
We'll need to readjust the sensors. Leslie? I want to take the long-range sensors offline and run them through secondary bypass. That'll decrease the sensitivity of long-range by...
Understood. It'll take a couple hours to do that. And it'll leave us without short range.
We're on border patrol, Leslie. Long range is all we'll need, and you have 1 hour. Get it done.
Yes, sir. I'll be in engineering.
Good.
I understand the captain's concern. The Harkon doesn't need to be this close to the border in order to conduct scans of the Oort cloud.
Let me guess, Jellico said we only had an hour to get it done?
Good guess.
Serving on the ship a while now, you get used to working extra shifts for no good reason.
Lieutenant Honigsberg's words were borderline insubordinate, but I got where he was coming from, and he and his people knew their stuff. He pulled people from off shift and got them working on the problem. In exactly 57 minutes, the Cairo was one big, super efficient long-range sensor. The scan's complete, Captain.
The Harkon is actually inside the orbit of the 7th planet, even though they're outside the orbit of the 8th.
The terms of the treaty with the Cardassians are specific. The Federation border is the outermost planet, not the 8th planet.
I'm familiar with the terms of the treaty, Leslie. I helped negotiate it.
Red alert! All hands to battle stations. Sorik, change course to intercept the Harkon. Reek, arm phasers and photon torpedoes and hail Gul Zarkat.
Yes, sir.
you again.
Gul Zarkat, you have invaded Federation space in violation of treaty between our governments.
You will withdraw the Harkon from the Solarian system and return to Cardassian territory. Will I now? You're very confident of this.
Out of curiosity, what will happen if she withdraw the Alliance from the Sol system and revert to Cardassian territory as you predicted?
Then you'll have to accept the consequences of my being wrong.
So be it.
PR suit course! That is not possible.
What?
Without short-range sensors, we can't determine the course the Harkon is taking. But there's only one thing in the system that—
Agreed. Sorik, set course for Campania Station.
Captain, we won't be able to target the Harkon without short-range sensors either.
It's just a science vessel, Leslie. We should be able to bluff them.
Maybe don't need to.
Ensign Sim, you said you were able to download data from Campania. Can you link with their sensor array and tie their readings to the tactical console?
I think so. Station can be our eyes.
Like good thinking, get it done.
Captain, I'm getting telemetry from Campania. They're being fired on.
We're no longer picking up the audio emissions from the Harkon, but now we're registering 6 cannons and 5 torpedo launchers.
They spoofed us.
Not for long. Reek, train forward phasers on the Harkon's engine room. They surrounded us. Not for long. Target phasers on the Markov engine room. Harkon's engines are online. They're drifting. Good shooting, Lieutenant Reek.
Thanks, Commander.
Open a channel to the Harkon, Reek.
Give Gul Zarkat terms for surrender.
Personal log supplemental. Gul Zarkat accepted the terms of surrender. Can't say as I blame him, but it's his own fault for jumping the gun like that when we caught them inside the border.
Yes?
Lieutenants Honigsberg and Reek have inventoried the Harkon's cargo holds. They were planning to use the station's facilities for research into metagenic weapons. Campania's equipment is state-of-the-art and light years ahead of anything the Cardassians have, civilian or military.
Intelligence has been concerned that the Cardassians might be developing metagenic weapons. Looks like those concerns were warranted.
Should know that I'm having Ensign Sim transferred off the Cairo. Excuse me?
Good work, too. But she also tried to call Yellow Alert, and her sensor idea should have come to you, not me. You did good work, Leslie. I'm impressed. I hope you're willing to stay on board.
Thank you, sir.
The other hand, follow protocol. I appreciate that.
Thank you, Captain. With your permission, sir, I'd like to supervise Lieutenant Reek's interrogation of Gulzarkat.
Of course. Dismissed.
I have to admit to respecting Captain Jellico's abilities, if not his personality. And I can probably get used to his personality in time. I think I'll stick around for a while.
On Star Trek Lost Tales. Don't forget to like and subscribe.